morning, Cancer. We are going to do a reading. Let's see what the cards are for you. One more shuffle. Oh, jumping. Okay. Okay, another one. Oh, that's, I don't know. It seemed too many, but we'll take them. Yeah, okay, just two extra ones that came out. All right, Cancer, let's see what you got for me today. Justice. The Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. But there's a choice. Oh. All right, Cancer. Make sure you can see the reading. Major justice. I guess I have nothing against anybody who's in their 20s watching this channel, but I feel we become more seasoned as through time. So I like to relate my readings for people in their 30s, early 30s, mid 30s, 40s, 45s and up. I like that because I feel through experience that you can only gain through time, you become more wise. Young people are wise, but not quite as experienced. So, anyways, we have the Justice card. The Justice talks about fairness. There's a sword, there's a power, like there's a clear a person with the power to make the right judgment call, the right justice. That's major. This is a major energy that is influencing you. That is what is right. What is right. And I will tell you this, that in society right now, you are watching tarot, but hopefully you are watching about psychology, relationship, child psychology, so you can understand your childhood trauma. And there's a lot of great resources on YouTube, some on TikTok, I believe, but there's so much knowledge more easily accessible to these generations, or like to many generations, as you said, because even 40-year-olds are millennials, and then you have a little bit more older 50-year-olds have access to more incredible influencers that are they are researchers, that they know what they're talking about. Not don't believe every influencer. Check their credentials. How many years have they been psychologists, a neuroscientist, child development? But anyways, justice. So you, this is a major energy in your life. And we're still at the beginning. Today is March 1st. And you are thinking, what is just? You really want, there's an opportunity. The Ace of Cup is an opportunity that is is being brought to you, or it's an opportunity that you're like, okay, maybe I am ready to offer my cup. Maybe you are ready to offer your cup. Here we got the Nine of Pentacles. This is two very female energies. The Ace of Cup is a female energy. The Pentacles are female energy. And here we have somebody who is abundance. Like maybe I would say your job, you're okay with the money you make. You're feeling that your body is healthy. You feel that your mind is at the right place, but your mind should be at the right place because you have justice. You are thinking logically. You're like, what is fair? Because I know I cannot get 100%, but I can work with somebody as long as they're willing to work. Do we have the same goals? Yes. Now we just need to see if the personalities can match. We can have the same goals. It's just the personalities have to click. But anyways, you are thinking logically. Money, you're good. You're feeling healthy. Because this is the Nine of Pentacles. It's like somebody who can be happily single. And they have achieved a lot too. And I think you won. Now that you feel, do you know how somebody says, oh, I miss my childhood? And the reason, because childhood, you felt so free, everything seems so new. In childhood, your parents take care of the rent, takes care of the food. Some children were loved unconditionally, meaning you were loved for who you were. You never thought of me like, I need to change this for my mother to love me. I'm talking little children. I'm talking from a newborn probably to the age of 9 and 10, 11. Teenagers start changing a little bit after 10 or 11 or 12. It becomes more self-focused. But little children usually, like, your children don't start thinking I have to be loved. They just receive love, unconditional love from their parents. And that's why some people were like, oh, I miss my childhood, or like, look at children. And it's like, yeah, children didn't have to pay rent, they didn't have to pay for food, clothes, medication, and they were so free and nurture. I'm not saying everybody had this childhood, because I know not everybody. I didn't have that childhood, but I know, for most part, some children feel like they are they don't have so much burdens. There is children who have the burden. There is some people that have it, and if you had that type of childhood, definitely therapy. And let's say that you could not afford therapy, you will go into, there's a lot of incredible resources online, on YouTube video about childhood trauma and how to deal with it. But anyways, so this is a person who's like, okay, my money is good, my material is good, my body, they feel good about their body, whether they exercise or they have accepted their body, and they're happy, and their mind is in control. And now you are thinking. This is thinking. This is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is not in a rush. This is not in a rush. As you can see, this ladies, there's no rushing here. This person is standing still. There is no rush. Happy where they are. This is the opportunity to give love and receive love is there. It's there. Major energy. This is the Justice with the Two of Swords. The swords are about the mind. This person is not in a hurry. This person is sitting down. Sitting down. The ocean, you see the waters? The water is supposed to represent, is the symbol for emotions. The waters are still. There's nothing turbulent about them. The sky is clear. Now we do have the moon, half moon. It's not a full moon, so it's like half. I would say the moon changes, and right here we have half a moon. That is a symbol for, no, I don't think it's the full information, And here you have this person. They decided, because their hands are free, they decided, I am gonna close my eyes. I'm not gonna judge the decision this person is making. They're not gonna do it based on what they see in the outside. They're going in. They're going with their gut. What I see in the outside is different than what I'm feeling. And this person's gonna make a choice based on their emotions, what brings them joy. But it's a they are not gonna be foolish in the sense that yes, they're going to combine the like, does this feel right? This is how I feel about looking for love. I have I'm finally I finally have come to a stage in my life that I'm fulfilled, that I feel that my money is right, that I feel more okay about my body, that I feel that I have enough, like material, and that I feel that my mind is at peace. I finally feel okay. Now, do I want to try to do love, to try to work for love? This is here. The two, the two are source. Do I it, and you're gonna know, because it's a lot of work. I think you're more in a logical state, that there's certain things that you are completing in your life. This is the wants is very masculine in its action, the real world. You have to get a job. You have kids. You have to finish raising them. Your family obligations. Somebody's sick. I have to do this. Like, these are obligations. Everything that you have put on your shoulder. Whether you taking all these responsibilities, you said, I'm gonna finish them all, and you're almost finishing. And I would say, like I said, my readings 30, 35, 40 and up. And yes, I'm gonna say, so you're thinking, it's something you desire. You desire a relationship, but you know it's work. You're gonna have to work with people's schedule. They have to work with your schedule. If you have kids, or they have kids, they have an ex-wife, or there's a work to a relationship. And it's like, it has its good and bad, but it's something, I guess, your heart, there is a desire to have a partner, because if it feels right to have a partner. If you sit down, like, I am happy being single. I have all the money. I can go into hobbies that I love. I can keep learning. No, it's you could be this, but you want the ace. It's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for you more now to work on the Ace of Cups. Yes, it's a lot of work, and yes, you want it to be equal, Cancer. We have the Six of Pentacles. You, you're like, I'm not gonna become a beggar. I don't beg for love. I'm not gonna beg for love, because I'm so happy. I'm at a point in my life that I'm happy, and I'm not gonna become a beggar to nobody. But that's the thing, Cancer. If you're at this stage in your life, and I think you have lived and acquire more logic, you're less emotional, more logical. You have been able to combine logic and emotion. You are now in the stage that I don't think anybody can take advantage of you. If you see, talking, people understand each other without, and if you meet somebody who is not emotionally stable, who is not emotional, can give to you, then there's no hard feelings. You say, you know what, I don't think we have the same mindset about relationship. That's all. It's not, you can try. This time, Cancer, I feel you're not about the illusions of love. You know how we fantasize, women fantasize about men. You meet a man in the real world that is attractive, cute, that checks all the boxes, and then you bring that man into your mind, and you start saying, oh, me and him in the future are gonna be this, oh, he's gonna be so sweet. you start falling in love with that man more in your mind than in real life, because you went into the fantasy world and thinking, oh, this man is so hot and he's gonna be this and he's gonna do that. But you're falling in love with him in your mind first. You're not falling in love with the real person. And you know what? That real man is benefit. He gains the benefit of you in your fantasies. He's like, oh, she's so in love with me, but I haven't done anything. No, she has done all the work in her mind to fall in love with you. And she's putting that love into you, the person who has done nothing for it. But I don't think, Cancer, you're mature enough, more logical, that understand that if you fantasize about a person in your head, you're falling in love with an illusion in your head of that person, not with the real person. So you want something equal. You're not a beggar. And like, this is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is everything that is outside your control. These are things that you cannot control, that you can manage. Like I said, you can manage, oh, this person has children, a newborn, a toddlers, or the job is far away, they travel for work. These are the things that you need to work around, or they need to work around for the relationship. You know, and those things, when you think about all the outside, this is all the outside things, like, oh, but he lives here, he has kids, or maybe I have this. It 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 makes you stuck, Cancer. When you start thinking about all the outside things that that makes your relationship unbalanced, like, oh, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be the Six of Pentacles, it's not gonna be a balanced relationship. I'm never gonna get 50-50 because of all the circumstances about him and me, all the little things that are outside that person's control, outside your control. You get stuck, Cancer, in the mind. You see, we're going to the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the mind that is thinking too much. It is blinding you and it's freezing you. So you're thinking of everything that's outside you, outside your control, outside their control. And you think we're never going to have the equality. It is too burdensome. So, and then we have the mind, the moon. The moon here is, there's the wolf, the wild, there's the dog, the domesticated one. Logical, this animals know what not to do. There is this little crab, lobster type of thing that's coming out. This is an opportunity too, Cancer. This crab is, there is an eclipse happening, and this little crab has come out of the water and is gonna go a long journey. And I always thought about this card, it's like, this crab only comes out because it's on a special occasion. Only on the full moon would this crab take this journey. And I think, to the Cancers, not many people watch this channel. I only have 106 subscribers, which I'm very thankful. But this is a special journey that you've been on about self-awareness. And here we have the towers. There's a tower for you, there's a tower for them. And they have one window, so there's one focus. That window sees in one direction only. It doesn't see the left, the right, or the back. It just has a window to the front. And so do they. You and this person are seeing the same thing. You are guided by the same thing. Unfortunately, there's other things that you cannot see what's happening on the left. You cannot see what's happening on the right or the back. But you guys have one focus. You and this person probably share the same goal. But you need to be careful with the illusions of your mind. Your mind is the one right now. And I'm telling you this in tarot. But if you were to search about self-esteem and the human psychology, human minds are the ones that can stop you. Your mind is the only thing that can stop you. Your fears that you create in your body, if you create a fear that is emotionally charged, that is very powerful, you're going to freeze up your body. So you need to be careful with the ideas you put in your head. Any thoughts that you have, you need to be careful, because you might be creating your own obstacles, and which it says right here that that you feel that is burdensome. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for this ace. It's a lot. You are in a place of peace in your life, but you want something. You want a love that is just. But you are sitting here contemplating. You are sitting in no rush. And you're like, okay, these are the things that I need to finish in my life that this person might need to finish. I want equality, but there's things that you have to deal with, they have to deal with, like whether they have kids, baby mamas, or you have kids, or you have baby daddies, and work, family. There's just things outside your control and his control, but you can manage. These are real things in life. And here you feel stuck. Your mind, when it starts thinking about everything everything that's happening around you, makes you stuck. Creating this is another major arcana here. Your mind has been a major obstacle for you, but you can clear out the illusions. During an eclipse, everything gets dark, and you cannot see in the dark, and we start creating fears. Humans are afraid of the darkness. They are. Psychology dictates it so. Humans like a blue sky, a sunny sun, and open fields that they can see so far, because that makes them feel secure. In the darkness of the night, people are scared and start imagining dangers that are not there. And you, in your mind is the number one right now. Is the number one keeping you blind, and it's keeping you, and it's freezing you, because you are thinking about everything that you think it's against you. It's against you getting this Ace of Cup. And yes, and we have the Lovers, the decision of the Lovers. Cancer, I'm talking to a Cancer that wants a relationship. I'm talking to a Cancer that is, you financially are, I'm okay financially. I can pay my rent, feed myself. I can buy a little extra things. You're good. Like, I'm talking to a Cancer in their 30s, 35, 40, 45. I'm talking, or maybe I'm talking to a Cancer who's in their late 20s, like 28, 29. And you are in a moment, you're like meditating in a moment of like, okay, let me stop focusing on the outside. What do I want? What would emotionally fill me up? That's why she blinds herself here, because your mind is making you look at all the obstacles. Oh, this is the obstacle, this is that, and it's like, we're not ever gonna have something equal, and it's gonna be burdensome, because you've been there. It's the mind, Cancer. You need to your emotion, your guts, and logic. You're a good place. You have the opportunity to receive love, and just love. Because remember, Cancer, you might be dating a little bit older. I think Cancers are attracted to older partners. And through time, time gives you the experience. It makes you encounter things. It's like, I said this to my cousin the other day. There's men who've been dating a certain type of woman, and eventually it's like, well, I've been dating this type of woman, it hasn't worked. Maybe let me change it up. The same with you, Cancer. Maybe I've been dating this type of man. Let me change it up, because I thought I wanted this and I really like this. But at the end, it's like I got tired. It's like let's say somebody eats cheesecake every day, every day, every day. Maybe 10 years from now, I'm like, I ate cheesecake for 10 years. I don't want more cheesecake. Let me try carrot cake too. People get tired. You can say, let's say I live 1,000. Let's say I was to live forever. Eventually, somebody will get tired of living. Like, it's the same. I have been there, done that, been there, done that, been there. I need to switch it up. I cannot keep doing the same thing. And yes, there is people who die without changing. But you know, when they're dying, they said, listen to the people who regret the most in their deathbed. What do they regret? They regret not taking chances on certain things. So what if you're smart enough, Cancer? Nobody's gonna trick you. Yes, there's maybe this person travels and you don't like to travel. Well, maybe you guys can work it out. And Cancer, recommendation. There's a lot of psychology, child development. And as a child development, attachment, how children attach, because you need to figure out what happened to you in your childhood, Cancer, if you didn't have a good childhood. The Huberman Lab podcast, there's a lot of child development tutorials about how children attach, psychology, relationships. There's a lot of information on YouTube. I need you to, your trauma, once you heal and understand your traumas, it will make it better. If you're bitter and angry of your parents, know that your parents were raised by your grandparents, and they lived in a society for men and women. They're different than you. They didn't express their feelings. Maybe they were not able to be loved. A child that is not a child that doesn't get love and doesn't feel security will grow up to be a traumatized child, a skittish child. So you can forgive your parents by humanizing your parents. Become a detective about yourself, about your parents, about your traumas. Become a detective about relationships. And I'm gonna tell you, when you meet somebody, the person that you are right now, Cancer, has gotten you this far. So if a person comes and says, "Oh, you need to change for me," it's like a little bit of slap in your face, especially for men. Men have this thing about, like, this girl just came to my life. I've been me for this long, and being me has made me successful for this long. I'm not gonna change for you. And the reason that person would not change for you is because they don't love you yet. If they do not love you, they're not gonna change, Cancer. When you love somebody, you will change for that person because you love them. And that's, I think, women, the problem with women is illusions. We fall in love with illusions, and men need to be in love with a woman for them to change on their own accord. You can't change them. They can't change you. And if you say, "Oh, I changed for them," but that's you because you're trying to get love. It's you're not doing it willingly, the change. Well, you're in love with them, so therefore, make sure I would say, make sure you're in love with them instead of be like, "I'm just changing because I want something from you." You know how people can sense, like, "Oh, this woman wants something from me." And I'll say this, Cancer, I think you're materially, men encounter a lot of women that want something from them. And when a man will encounter a woman that is financially stable, they feel good about their body, it's like, okay, this woman really wants to get to know me. It's not like she wants something from me. But of course, the man can provide it, you know. Cancers do love a provider because we are the caretakers of the home, while we want a masculine man to be the providers. At least most of the cancers I know. Anyways, Cancer, I hope you like this. It's the love is for you there to be grabbed. It is. It's there. It's just the mind. Your mind is the number one thing you need to control. All right, Cancer. I hope you love this reading. Thank you. Sorry for it being too long. Bye.